Today on Hopped Up Beer Review, we're going to be reviewing the Amber Ale by Alaskan Brewing Company out of Juneau, Alaska. Thanks for joining us. Hey, everybody. Are you looking for a beer review show home? Well, you have found it. Welcome to Hopped Up Beer Review, the show where we give you our unprofessional and somewhat biased opinion about the beer that we are drinking and reviewing. And we hope you enjoy it. And thanks for joining us on this episode. I've got Andy in the attic. I've got Jay. What are we drinking today, gentlemen?
So this is the Alaskan Amber Ale from Alaskan Brewing Company. I'm thirsty. I want to drink.
Sounds like a plan.
Was this pressurized?
It was.
That's right.
Yeah, it was driven. But I did purchase it at 6,500, feet. So
All good. No big deal.
I have to say one thing about this just off the top before I even try the beer. Looking for the can art or the image that I put, in the corner down there. I came across the one that matches our can, which obviously is there, but I also came across one that I'll throw up here that is kind of their old, I think it's their older logo. I actually kind of like the older one better, personally. So,
I mean, this one's cool. It's got the trawler there. So,
yeah, I mean, they had the trawler, it had a little more color to it. It was more than just three colors. So, anyway. Cheers, mates.
Cheers, mates.
Cheers, mates.
Well, Amber Ale, also an alt beer. We recently did an alt beer, alt meaning old, and it refers to the aging style due to the slow fermentation at colder temps, but compared with most ales, which are fermented at warmer temps. So ales are typically top fermented at warmer temps. Well, this is kept at slow or at cold temps, so it takes it slower, more time to ferment. 18 IBUs, 5.3% alcohol by volume, and 22 SRM.
That seems dark for 22 for me.
Well, it goes 0 to 40 or 40 plus, so mid-range ish.
Yeah,
it's still, I can still see some through it. So it is, of course, we have reviewed Alaskan Brewing Company for multiple beers, Icy Bay, Locale, and we've got a wheat one, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Sunset
Citrus wheat, I think.
Citrus wheat, yeah.
Yep.
So like all of them, they use the glacier fed water off of the Juneau ice fields. This one uses European and Pacific Northwest hop varieties. Excuse me. And the malt, which is the main actor in this, is the malt. It uses two-row pale and specialty malts. This beer is based on a recipe from a turn-of-the-century brewery that was in Juneau. When we talked about, I guess Low IPA was the first one we did.
Well, Icy Bay.
Okay.
Low we decided, no, that was, is it
Low was
Low
first
IPA?
because Icy Bay was like a...
Yeah, you're right. I'm thinking of Locale.
So we went into the history in that the founders, or that this, the people who founded it were they would move there and they would work there, but they needed to find a reason to stay there. Somebody said open a brewery. So this was like the oldest brewery there since pre-prohibition times and before it even became a state. So it's based on the recipe from that old brewery, from that time. This was voted the best beer in the nation in the 1988 Great American Beer Festival consumer poll.
Wow.
1988.
Yeah.
It's been winning awards since 1987. So I'm glad you mentioned the label art, because when I was looking on their website, it was a more colorful label. It is in honor of ocean-going vessels and the fishermen that travel the icy waters around Juneau, because Juneau is a very remote coastal community, and that there are no roads connecting it to the lower 48 states or even the rest of Alaska. It is everything to come and go is by water or air.
Wow.
So I did not realize Juneau being, I say a major city. It's for Alaska. It's a major city.
Yeah.
You can't drive there. So
Is it the capital? It's the capital, isn't it?
mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's
Right.
kind of crazy.
Yeah. And so if you watch our low IPA, review, let's see, it's a regional brewery, founded in 1986. So look up for the rest of the deets on that. And I'm done.
All right. Have any of us had this yet?
You have.
I have.
Yes.
I've rated it, is what you're saying, basically.
You've had this before.
I don't remember having this. Must have been a while ago, because it wasn't. I didn't bring this back and have it because I brought a pack. Wow.
And probably in your many trips to Tahoe or something, you snuck one in there.
Must have.
No, I think this was one he had in Dallas.
House.
Oh, I remember seeing that. Yeah.
Okay. You say so. So here's the reason why you have such a smug look on your face, Jay, is because you know how I rated it. So you're waiting to see how I rate it today. I see where you're going with this. Yeah, I got it now.
You also had it with pulling, so
Okay. Yeah. There we go. All right. Jay, then why don't you take your smugness and go first?
I will. Ambers are hit or miss with me sometimes, but this one I really like it. It's got definite the malts, and it's got sweet. It's clean. It's pretty easy drinking. I mean, I've gone through it pretty quickly. I think I'm gonna have to go with the 7.5. It's enjoyable. Thank you, Ben.
Sure. Andy in the attic. What do you think?
Yes. It's a good, easy drinking amber. The first sip or two, it was the malt bomb. You got that caramel flavor. It is based on the amount of malt that I pick up on it. I want to give it a higher score, so I'm going to keep it at a 7.0. A little more that malt makes you have to get the coating off the back of your tongue type of feel. But I will definitely drink this again. If I'm going to give it a 7, it means I like it. So 7.0.
All right. I really like this one. I'm interested to see what I rated it before, but on the front end, you definitely get that, like you said, that malt bomb. But I also got, just on the, on the nose before I took the first sip, I almost got a little bit of like a banana. Just that, Jay, you mentioned kind of a sweet a little bit. I got that even with the first sip. And I don't know if you guys pick up any of that at all, if that's just, me being weird. But
kind of like a Hefe.
I mean, just a little touch of it, and it's probably
kind
more
of like bready.
Yeah, maybe Brady's, but it was, banana was just the first thing that hit me when I took that first sniff and then the first sip. Or or that's what stood out to me. You know, I mean, the malt is obviously there, and it really does hit you well. But yeah, everything you guys have said, it's a really easy drinking amber. I think it's got a great flavor, and it's everything I want in an amber for sure. I'm going to give it 8.5. I really like this one, and one I wish we could get more of. That is going to be a 7.7 for the Amber Ale from Alaskan Brewing Company out of Juneau. Interesting amber, one that is, has a decent amount of flavor, and one you should check out if you get the opportunity to. We definitely appreciate you making it this far in the video. And if you've done so, be sure to like, subscribe, cheers that notification bell. Check us out on all the social medias down below in the description. Come say hey in Discord. And hey, all the cool kids are wearing this shirt these days, and they've got the glasses, even though I didn't get mine tonight. But koozies, all that, we got a link down in the description. You can pick all that stuff up, and if you so desire. For Andy and the Attic and Jay, I am Ben. Cheers, mates.
Here's mine.
Cheers, mates.